over there with the tie and the hat and all that. This is when I was a bona fide Christian. I mean bona fide too. Love Jesus, and to this day have no hatred of Jesus in all honesty, but definitely have a hatred of the evil things that they have used this man's name to do. So, in all honesty, I have no problem with anyone on this earth wanting to love Jesus as their God. You have every right to. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is the religion that perpetuated the Jesus God has done a lot of evil things to everyone on the planet, not just black men and black women, which we all know is melanated men and melanated women, but to white people, Italians, Puerto Ricans, even Catholic people, the Romans, the Italians, everyone has been victimized by religion. The three sectors of religion that I'm talking about is Christianity, Islam, as well as Judaism, as well as Hinduism, Buddhism, all of them that might have all started and been launched on divine ethnicity and principles of divine actions. They all have been tarnished by tyrants who used the masses of ignorant people to perpetuate atrocious acts on undeserving masses of people, to coerce them and to become a part of this universal mob. So now my point is that when I come here to this earth and show you guys and say, now see, this is not the first time I had to do this. I'm going to show you this picture so you can see I was here before. That's what that's all about. The universe even went out of its way to make sure that I look the same way this time as I looked before. So there won't be no excuses. You know, when I come around people in my family, loved ones and everything, and I say, you know, I've been finding out some amazing stuff. And they be like, what is this fool talking about? I say, listen, you know, I'm an incarnated God from Egypt. And I've been talking to the sunlight, and the sunlight been giving me this information, and it's been healing my body. I got shot by the sunlight yesterday, and I've been in so much pain. I swear I feel like I'm going to die. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't fart. I can't hardly breathe. It's like, it feels like I'm on fire. And I'm telling people that, and they looking at me. I think somebody poisoned me. I'm telling everybody that because I really thought I had been poisoned, because I know that the sunlight had shot me into my stomach. I was talking to the sun, and I saw it coming. I saw the beam of light leave the sun and come all the way from the, and it was like had force behind it, and it just knocked my ass down like whack, and I fell up against my truck. And when I fell up against my truck, I fell down, but I went as far as my bumper, and I caught myself where my door on the truck, my tailgate door was down, and I just started laughing. And while I was laughing, I was crying. There was tears coming out of my eyes too. And for the next 3 days, it was so much sunshine all day, and I lost track of 3 days. I don't even know what I did for those whole 3 days. But I know I can remember pieces of talking to people with so much sun everywhere. It was so much sun everywhere. And it's like I had just went straight into a daze off of the sunlight. Now, what I'm saying to you guys is that when it tells you the story of Saul going into a town and he was blind for 3 days, that happened to me. It really did. For those 3 days, I was in so much sunlight talking to so many people around this town. But after the 72 hours was up, I woke up one morning and I was looking at everybody and everybody was looking at me. And I was just stuck on stupid like, okay, I need somebody to explain to me why today is Friday. Okay, and I don't have no clue of what happened since Monday. But here's what's funny though. I functioned those 3 days. I made profit. I ate. I bathed. I did everything that I was supposed to do. But I don't have any recollection in my mind of what went on and transpired those 3 days. I woke up with checks that I had been scrapping metal. I had done my laundry. I had did everything that I would normally had done in those 3 days. Only problem is, I don't remember doing any of them. I'll go figure. Alright, now that's really the truth. So I say all that stuff just to bring an awareness that what I'm getting ready to say to you guys is really true. I don't want you to bug out when I say this, because this is important. I told you guys in one of my videos before that it wasn't going to be known that the spirit. Okay, excuse me a minute. If you remember, I was saying it wasn't going to be long before the spirit was going to start seriously getting inside of people, making them do crazy things to get everyone's attention. You remember I told y'all that? Okay, well, it's going down for sure. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stop this segment right here. I just told you about how Spirit got into me and had me go for 3 days preaching. Just like they said Saul did. Saul went into the city for 3 days after his lights went out. Then after those 3 days was over, he went back to Asia Minor, wherever it was, probably Rome, somewhere up in there, Greece, or Spain, whatever, what, Mesopotamia, all those places. And then and even including Egypt, he went back up there too. He started preaching again, except this time he wasn't preaching the hatred of Christianity, of the hatred of Jesus, according to the Bible. He was preaching the acceptance of Jesus now. So their story is that he became enlightened by a new source of energy. He moved himself into a circumstance of darkness when this new source of energy came in, meaning that he became unknowing of his natural self, his natural ability of soul desire, and his energy expenditure of fulfilling these desires was of no consciousness to him. The only consciousness he could remember was none, because he could not see anything for 3 days. That's what that is symbolic of. Okay, that means that he didn't take on any nourishment or any sustainment of his own, because he was out of the necessary faculties to be able to think for himself. So that means that for 3 days he was sustained by the kindness of the universe, which means that he had to receive spiritual energy enough to transfer his self-conceptualization of someone who hated Jesus to now become the person to perpetuate the Jesus acceptance to the world. So now he got turned around and put on a completely new track. Same thing I say happened to me when the sunlight started talking to me. Only problem is, there is no Paul on this earth right now telling you a transformation story with proof of antiquity like I show you right now, other than myself. Paul Cameo Shields is not my true personification, but there is a synonymous, symbolic connection with the story of Saul and Paul in the Bible that I'm pointing out to you right now. That's all that's about. So what I'm going to do is get back to this. I want to later on show you some footage of how I claim to you that the sunlight can take over your body and make you do crazy things, even kill other people. You say, now wait a minute, what kind of God make you kill other people? See, when you're talking about sunlight that's unending and sunlight that is aware that you are immortal and sunlight that knows that it has a right to do whatever it wants because it just does, because it's that abiding. It will not have a problem with drowning your ass in water because it knows that you are the water. It would not have a problem with burning you up with fire because it knows that you are the fire. It would not have a problem with burying your ass in the avalanche because it knows that you are the avalanche material. And it most definitely would not have a problem without allowing the air to go into your body because it knows that you are the air that sustains you. So the easiest way to make you check out would be simply to refuse to enter your sarcophagus of existence. Therefore, the spirit that's inside of you that requires the sustainment of air to enter will just leave. And then you start breathing and just go ahead on and return to the soil. So this energy of spirituality that I'm talking to you about right now is what you guys call God. It's what I call Uther, or we call it nectars. We call it elemental forces. We could just simply call it the universe. That's the proper name to give it. So since I know that I am the universe, I know that there's nothing wrong with me calling myself God. And how do I know that I am the universe? Because I am the universe. And since I am the universe, I am that I am. And so I don't need nobody's permission to feel that way. I don't. What I mean is this. If I leave out of this house right now, and it's raining outside, when I go outside, I'm not going to be able to tell the rain, okay, don't fall on me. Nope, what I would do is show myself as being a part of this universe by having to be abiding to the rain. So I go out there and the rain will remind me that I am the rain because it would identify me as the rain. And it will not have a problem with falling on me and returning me to my rain's consciousness of myself. Same thing with a rock hitting your ass. Same thing with a car hitting you. Same thing with your woman scratching you. The same thing with a dog biting you. All these things can only happen to you because you are a person that is a preceptor or a person that is knowledgeable enough or in the right molecular structure to be able to have interactions with these things. Otherwise, you could not have interactions with them. The only thing you can have interactions with is things that is like you. Unlike substances cannot have an interaction with you, and that's the reason why there's nothing on the earth that you are not able to have an interaction with, whether it be subtle or gross. So on that note, I just wanted to show you guys the antiquity of this personification right here. Al-Sarah, Setepera, Ma'at. The Greek called me Osiris. I claim to you guys that the sunlight could get inside of you, go into your eyes, and make you do all kind of crazy things, right? Ain't that what I claim? Okay. The crazy thing that's going on in this earth right now with these children picking up guns and murdering themselves and their co-students, co-eds, brothers, sisters, nephews, other earth recipients, whatever you want to try to dichotomize us to be, you know what they're doing? They're killing themselves. That's what it boils down to. Is all this sunlight trying to talk to us and tell us the reason this stuff is happening to us is because we've let ourselves grow as non-supportive of each other. We have people sleeping in alleys and everything, and while this goes on all around the world, we have our well-off suburban neighborhoods that want to go along and turn their heads and act like they did not contribute to this being a part of our world, and act like they do not have the key to solve these problems. Well, I'm going to give it to you real simple. The sunlight is going to keep entering your children and making them take firearms and turn them on themselves. Because what you've already done is that anyway by implementing a world crisis where so many people are being mistreated and deprived. A better word for that is deprivileged. Okay, mistreated, without health care, without jobs, without housing, deliberate acts of genocide against the earth recipients. You rich people that's always scattered out in your places here, even in other countries, you have remnants of attachments that the universe knows about, and it will be destroying these remnants of attachments. No sense in getting mad at me, because if I don't tell you this stuff is gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and you won't know that it's your punishment by me telling you that it's gonna happen, and you receiving the information, and then the action of my proclamation comes behind that in form of prophecies, just like the Ohio thing. That's just the beginning. It's not over yet. It's just beginning with the heartland of America. That's not me wanting that. That is me instructed to tell you that. When these things go down, the bankers that has caused this poverty on the earth, the bankers who has mined the earth so much, the bankers who has corrupted and made mental retardations, units of people all over this planet, are going to all be killed. The cruise ships that go out on the oceans are going to all keep catching on fire and sinking. All of the unnecessary foolishness of these people sitting around on this planet not having a problem with standing up to these warmongering nations and accusing your government of crimes against humanity, all the things that have all made us sit around here and filter into these punishment-deserving nations. Just like Nazi Germany, when they got bombed, everybody was so happy that Hitler people who probably did not deserve that shit, they probably was just the regular stupid-ass citizens like Americans are, who sat around and was victimized by their government too, and thought, well, it's better that it's somebody else getting bombed than us. But the thing is, the bombs did come back home. So if that makes me non-American to say that, then I guess my title of non-American has been with me forever, because I've always felt that the mistreatment of people around the world, as well as the mistreatment of people here in America, was grounds for me not to want to be too quick to be seeing myself as an American, because I'm really pretty much ashamed of all the shit that I've saw. And I don't see anything wrong with me being the person to stand up and tell you that the actions of this country made me does not want to give my patriotism to it. Real simple. But anyway, to move along, I just want you to know that there's some very bad karma that is necessary for the weather formations. Remember, weather formation is a form of mental work at all, alchemy knowledge, formatting the elements together to do its bidding, commissioned by the universal forces of nature that I claim to you guys are working with me. My emotions is what gives them the necessary deciding angles. The deciding strategies are all based on the conceptualizations, the motion patterns, and just the real flat out energy surges that goes through me. And I know this. This has nothing to do with ego. It just has to do with the real complexities of the circumstances that are dynamics right now on this planet. And there's no one else out here saying this foolish ass, crazy, hard to believe stuff but me, because I'm the only person that's really actually living this shit. That's why I'm saying it to you. So the crazy and bizarre behavior of the people on the earth is because the sunlight, like Saul claims, and like I claim, does take control of people. And how the final say about what you're going to do today. You could get up and think you're going to play golf if you want to, but the sunlight can make you do some stupid shit, like putting that golf club up your own ass. And people be saying, well, why did you, can't you see the doctor now want to ask you why you put the golf club up your own ass? And you telling him, the son told me to do it. He said, you mean Jesus? No, the S-U-N son. Well, crazy as that is to believe, I'm real sure that if somebody did put a golf club up their ass and say the S-U-N son told them to do it, the S-U-N son probably did tell them to do it. Somewhere they did something so wrong that they had to inflict self-punishment on themselves, and the son found that it would be really, really good to just make them stick a big-ass golf club up their own ass. Could happen. I know a lot of people that did some horrible things that would be the prime punishment that I could think of. It is a tad bit really stupid and bizarre and just cruel. So I don't want to join it and invest into thinking about that was just really going over the line by itself. So I'm not going to deal on that too much. But the whole concept of some people and their ancients really made me see how that could be something that, like I said, I'm going to leave that alone. But anyway, y'all, just so you can understand, the sunlight is abiding, the sun lives, and the sun will communicate with you, whether you want it to or not. The thing is, if you don't want it to, it won't. That's just how it is. It don't have time to be just trying to talk to any damn body. You have to really do something around your heart to make it be really, really fond of an action that you did, of a selfless act. And I believe that's what made me get selected, because I have been a selfless person all my life. And, you know, it really fills my heart with a lot of pain to think how much people will use you when you foolishly allow yourself to be used. See, this is what I mean. Say you had something that somebody wanted and you had to leave, and they said, let me have just 2 pounds of sugar. And you know you got 6 pounds of sugar because you just got through weighing your sugar. I'll give me 2 pounds of sugar and I'll pay it back to you on Friday. But I'm getting ready to go to work. I don't have time to weigh it. Can I give it to you later? No, because I'm making a cake and I need it at 3 o'clock. And if I don't get started on it right now, I'm not going to be able to have it ready. And I got to give it to the lady for a wedding at 3 o'clock. So you trust them. You say, okay, let him go in the back and weigh him out 2 pounds of sugar. Your dumbass wife, excuse me, I said that way so it can fit to the diamonds of the world. Instead of following instructions, she let him go weigh it himself. He's supposed to be your boy. She know he your boy. She know you trust him, so she trusts him. He go right there. He don't take 2 pounds. He take 3 pounds. And then you come home and you see it's a pound missing. And you call him. You say, well, you said you was going to take 2 pounds. There's 3 pounds missing. Well, I only took 2. That's what I'm talking about. People will take your kindness for weakness. And then what's really the problem is that you don't care about the extra pound being missing. What bugs you is that you got betrayed by someone that you loved and trusted, and now you feel like you was a sucker and a chump, and all that stuff really hurts so bad. That's what I mean around your heart, okay? All right, so I'm going to show you that behind all the double crossing and all the misconsideration that can happen to people on this earth, and people that you give support to and trust, can really make a fool out of you and take advantage of you. Okay, so I'm going to show you how the universe can come back and get into the souls of loved ones, young people, old people, paraplegic, and do so much stuff to people, and take care of people that are utilized as instruments, tools, if you will, to push the information and to push the experiences through to the masses so everyone can have something to think about. That'll be your love and superior universal creator, mom and father, just giving you something to think about. So I'm going to go find these video footages and give them to you. Peace and blessings. And we'll see you soon. Peace. Hotel. This is a little segment. This is 5 minutes long, but it's really tripped out. When I tell you that people can lose their minds, I really mean people can lose their mind. This says Body Snatchers Alien, April the 7th, 2012. So they want you to believe that it's the aliens. They got something to do with this person going local in this car. It seems as though this person drives into a mall, some type of mall, goes through a parking structure, and then actually enters the mall with his vehicle and just goes and does some crazy, amazing things. It's a good thing he did this in Europe, because if you do this in America, he would have got his ass shot and killed by this guard in the malls that have guns. He would have definitely been a threat to life. So they would have killed him without realizing that the true theft to life was this system of capitalism that can make people brain snap, because the universe gets tired of everybody just being robots and following the signal lights and all of the advertisements, the commercials, and the rituals that's all been laid out for us that keep us in this pattern of dogma where we just repeat the repetitiveness of foolish consuming. So this is why the UFOs, as these people say, the body snatchers, they're not body snatchers. They don't want your body, they want your mind. They want your concepts or thoughts to come back. That's the reason for the destruction of all materialism that I tell people is what their main goal is to get our asses off of being involved with so much materialism and return to our spiritualism. So the spirit gets into this person and utilizes this personification as a way to eradicate materialism. I tell you guys, that's what this is all about. I'm going to show you how the spiritualism and the people on this earth is what's trying to be awakened, to show you to get away from all this attachment to material possessions, because all this stuff can be destroyed. Now watch how this guy just completely, I don't know if it's male or female, but it's in Russia, I would think. And for some reason, a lot of this stuff is going on in Russia. And I think it's because Russia being such a large area of snow and ice, that they have a way to do a bunch of wicked shit that they have been doing forever, and no one here in America has a clue about it. But a lot of people in Russia don't have a clue about it. But what I'm saying to you is that I'm not picking on the Russian population of people at all. What I am picking on is how the governments use vast open spaces of wilderness to conduct all type of hostile experimentation on people, as well as environmental usage for all type of atrocious acts to animals as well as nature. So that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of UFO sightings in Russia because of the fact that the ice and the weather up there being ideal for people that wants to go undetected, could have large areas that could be perfectly cloaking to them because of the weather elements will keep people where they're not readily in the area to see, hear, smell, taste, any type of observative type of senses. And that's the reason why a lot of people that want to go without being noticed will pick areas like this to set up shop in the cold and the ice. This is a bad little car right here. I don't know who built this little thing, but I'm going to tell you something. I am impressed with it. It's like a little tank. Finally got in. It didn't give up. It just actually broke in through a security barrier is what it did, and drove into the mall. Now look at this. It gets better. Look at it. It just comes out. It just drives right in. Watch. Hello. I'm here. Yeah, can I get through it, please? Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. Is the bathroom this way? Oh no, okay, well I'll go back around this way then. Or what if should I go this way? Man, I need to go to the bathroom. Is it this way? Can I just pee right here then? Well, you're gonna have to get out of my way because I gotta go back. And she like, sir, excuse me, can I see your light? Do you know where you are? Excuse me. Watch this. This is Unit 7, and Miss Daisy been drinking again, and she's just down here tearing up some shit. Okay, wait a minute, she's leaving. Okay, she's leaving. She's driving that little tank that her husband brought her for her birthday last year, and she back. Y'all need to get down here and do something about her, because she just acting a damn fool. She tearing up all these cars. I don't know what to say about her. She better be glad I ain't in America. One of those American cops will shoot her ass by now. But see, I'm Russian and we don't do that over here. But if I was in America, I would shoot her, because this is how they handle that. I've seen that. But she just acting a damn fool. She tearing up stuff. And she doing, I was supposed to go to lunch, and now I'm going to have to do all this damn paperwork. And she tore the chair up. I can't sit down no more. And then she just leave. Wait, hold on. No, she back. Hold on. Bro. Tearing up the bank. See what that says? This is what it was about. They overcharged her ass and made her withdraw too much money and charged her $85 extra and made her account go bad and turned her damn ATM card off. She's showing them she do not like that shit. Okay, so now she goes to, what is this, another bank? But do you guys get what I'm saying? People are going crazy because they are sick of the government pushing them around. This is what you're looking at. This is the spirit inside of this person that said, you know what, I'm sick of this shit. It was like, it's gonna have to get another $89 for your parking fee, or you're not gonna be able to remove your car. And your medicine has just been turned off too, because your and along with that, there's going to be no more. And I'm sorry, also along with that, and then by the way, and that person just snapped. They just said, like, that did it. They said, that did it. Okay? I'm gonna go find some more good stuff. I'll be back. Peace. Okay, man, auto tap. I got some more footage for you guys to watch. Let's check this out, okay?
Southern California. As part of a publicity stunt, Annette Eckes, a theme park secretary, is given the opportunity to ride on the back of the star attraction, an 8,000-pound killer whale. It begins innocently enough. After a few tense moments, Annette relaxes and begins to enjoy the ride. This well